We are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. Today we're going ahead and setting up auto mining automation. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're setting up a chunk, so we'll turn on chunks, and one of our chunks is going to be just for fuel nodes. So what we're going to do is use this chunk here, and this is going to be for our fuel nodes, and we can already place it. We don't need any island upgrades, which is really good. So what I'd like to do is probably figure out the radius first of this mining robot. So we're gonna grab out some coal fuel from our smelting bot, and we're gonna move it over into this thing. So what we'll do is we'll do 4 blocks in the radius of the mining bot. We're gonna go ahead and grab a node. We need at least 1. So we'll go ahead and grab a fuel node. We'll go ahead, put it right in the corner, put some fuel in, and it says mining interval is 1 second, and it scans every once in a while. It's a 4x4 radius, so this should realistically reach over to here. We're gonna find the end point of where it will reach. Okay, so it definitely reaches. We got fuel from it, just to double check, because why not? If it does not mine it, then it does mean the robot does not work at this range. So far it's 4 blocks away from the bot, as it says and describes in the menu. Okay, so it doesn't reach out here, so yeah, it's exactly 4. Just had to double check. So what we'll do is we'll expand the corner of the island just a little bit, just so it fits with the bot, of course. So essentially I want to make it so we can produce mass coal fuel from this bot. Okay, so what I want to do is grab all the coal and fuel nodes, and we're gonna figure out exactly how we're gonna do this, because I wanted to farm fuel more than the actual coal nodes, but I still want to get enough coal so then we can just craft up a ton of coal fuel if we need to. So what I want to do is at least 2 rows of coal nodes, and then the rest will just be fuel to keep powering the bot to farm this, I think is the idea that I want to go for. So we'll buy a coal node off AH for like 200,000, so we can have 2 full rows, and then we'll get the rest of the fuel nodes. I'm probably going to remove the fuel node area over here once we have the automation kind of set up in a sense. I'm going to be crafting everything manually as of right now, so technically it's not fully automated, but it's still pretty automated. So we need about 15 of these, so we're a little bit shy on fuel nodes. I believe we need like 3 more, or no, we have enough, never mind. And we also have a collection chest, which basically picks up items within a chunk. I forget how it exactly works, but we'll figure it out. We're also going to need some hoppers, so we'll go ahead and I think it's in containers, get about 2 or 3, so that's 75,000 right there since I don't have hoppers. And I guess we can go ahead and put the fuel node right here as well. So I place the mining bot, the hoppers on the top for the fuel, and then I think what we'll do is go ahead, have a collection chest up on the top. We just need some regular chests as well, so we'll go ahead and grab some chests. We'll put a wool block here for the time being, so wool block there, and we'll go ahead and put chests. If I can place them, that'd be awesome. So double chest made, and then we put a hopper feeding into that with the collection chest on the top, and then we're gonna filter which items go into here. So we need mining and we need fuel, but I just realized we can actually just collect the coal on its own. I forgot you can select everything within the collection chest. I just haven't used these bots in so long, to the point where I just don't remember how to properly use them. Okay, so I have an idea. We're just gonna compact this, so we're gonna get it situated for mining the fuel and the coal. So first we're gonna go ahead and get the collection chest here, go to mining, go here, fuel, select it, and then we can start it up. So we'll go ahead and start it up. As you can see, it's farming in the radius with the coal fuel, and it's going right back in, as you can see. But as you can see, coal is dropping. We've got 6 of it, so we're gonna go on the AH, and we'll buy the cheapest collection chest we can find, what is 500,000. And I guess all we'll do is make a separate chest for collection for coal, and now it should go in here, which is perfect. So the one thing about this setup is the fuel will eventually overflow, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but we'll see if that happens in a while here. But now we're gonna start getting coal automatically, and then I can just go ahead, grab fuel from here when it overflows, if it does, which it looks like it's gaining more over time. This used to say 8, so it's gotten more over time. So once it fills up to here, and this is all full, I'll just take out of here and out of here, and craft that together to make some coal fuel, and use it for the auto smelting bot over here, or sell it on the auction house. I still have not crafted this up since the last video I showed this in, so we're probably gonna go ahead and do that right now, get a ton of coal fuel made. But there we go. We basically have our automation system. We don't have auto crafting, sadly, which I'll probably get done over time. It's just gonna take time to get that done, of course, and get the resources to do it. But we can go ahead and destroy the fuel section and the coal section over here, because we're not gonna be needing it. We're gonna double check if it's going up still. Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, so it will overflow. And I'm pretty sure I do have to be on the island for this to even work. So whenever I'm killing mobs, what I do a lot, like like the cows or farming crops, it'll be running, which is really good. And since we have automation for coal now, I guess we can go ahead and make twice baked potatoes. When I farm potatoes, we can start smelting them in smokers to get the extra money, since we're not actually putting in the effort to get the coal now, because it reduces a problem that we didn't want to have to go through in order to get that extra bit of money. Anyways, I'm gonna show off how to craft coal fuel in bulk, because I think it's broken right now. If you go ahead and try and put in the right resources, it doesn't really work because we are in beta still. So this is an issue, as you can see. But the best way to go about this is grab a stack of coal, put in a stack of fuel, spread this all out into 8. Now you can see when it has 8 coal in here, you can make it. If you put 9, it doesn't work. The reason for that is really just because coal block takes about 9. So you just have to go ahead and craft it like that, which does take a lot of time, I can't lie, but technically it's really good and worth doing so. We're gonna start putting the coal fuel in this chest over here, and I'm just gonna start crafting up a ton of coal fuel. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and craft up all this coal fuel, so I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. So I thought I'd come back with an update and just give a rundown of things that I've changed on the island and what I've done since I actually built the little automation system. First of all, the system is working perfectly. It's stacking up over time. I've made sure that it's doing its job. As you can see, we get coal from it, so we're gonna go put that in our new system, a food cooker. So basically in these sides, I'll put in the fuel, and then it splits between the 2 smokers on each side, and then the top, I put in around half the potatoes on each side, and then it'll just go down, and then it'll all flow into here. That's pretty much the whole concept. Then I put it in the back of here and let it do its thing. I added a fuel system to the top. I moved the fuel all the way from there to here. So now that we have infinite coal fuel, pretty much, we can just put it in here and let it do its thing with all the loot that needs to go inside the auto smelting bot. As you can see, we're currently at a decent bit of loot, so we're gonna go ahead and sell this, and we made around $90,000, which is not bad, I shall say. I was gonna mention earlier in the video that I did simplify the fish farm, and I'm gonna give a rundown on what I'm doing with it. So basically, I got rid of the center part, and I made the water sources different. So if I go ahead and fish now, I can throw it to the corner, so that I don't have to actually go ahead and move anywhere besides just moving my mouse. The only downside is I do need to probably put a bigger wall in the corners, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. Let's go ahead and get the light gray wool, and we'll just go ahead and build it about this tall. So we'll go ahead and go up 2 more. The reason I need this to be tall is just so I can cast my rod super high. That's really the only purpose. As well, earlier I was gonna go ahead and expand the island just by 1, since the outside of it is kind of messed up. As you can see, it's not really outlined properly. So we're gonna go ahead, go around the island, just add 1 coat of light gray wool around the whole thing. I was also looking into recipes I could go into with the auto smelting bot, but honestly, there is no good recipes to go into other than the ones I'm already doing, what is garlic bread, twice baked potatoes, and then the carrot one, what I think is roasted carrots, and of course the poached cod, what I'd have to manually farm fish for that since I don't have an auto fisher yet. But those are like the only ones in here that actually have good value, because the more fuel it uses is not really worth it unless the money amount you get from it is good. Like the poached clownfish is good, it's just it uses like a ton of fuel. But as you can see in action, I just take out the baked potatoes, put them in here, and eventually will get cooked up. I also did notice this pretty recent. If you do /IS Slayer, you can see there's a respawn rate depending on how many mobs you've killed over the slain amount you're supposed to kill for the next tier. Essentially, it'll up the respawn rate, and my cows right now are almost at a 10 extra percent. We're at 8.28, so it's about almost a 10% extra respawn rate, which is really good. So I can spawn cows quicker, what is nice. And I've been getting a lot of money off camera. I've been selling a ton of skill tokens, so I do need to buy some carrots if there are any on AH. There's quite literally no carrots on AH. Okay, never mind. One thing I completely forgot about for this video I was gonna do was make a spider area. So all I need to do is build this, and I guess I'll put trapdoors on the front here, and I'm gonna adjust this as well because I kind of want to make it look similar. So you can see the trapdoors on the front, and we'll have them up, and then you just go down into the hole. You don't really need it for cows is what I'm noticing, unless you just don't want them to leave the area, which is understandable. But we need to set up spiders because I was gonna do that previously. I just kind of forgot about it. We only need 2 trapdoors here, and then we can use one of them or just both. But we go into here, and the spiders will be on these 4 blocks. And as well, I'm also gonna move this over 1. The reason we're moving it over is so these can spawn in quicker. But yeah, we need at least a 2-block gap in between here so the spider can actually spawn in. And then I'll push it in. There we go. We got the spider here. Let's go ahead, push you in. in, and then we'll go down, push it right into a corner to where it's like kind of jumping when we start hitting it. So I'm gonna keep upgrading the spider farm and try and get the zombies pretty soon. But there we go. That's all I got for today's video. We got automation set up, what I'm actually very hyped about. Let's go.